Life in Japan with Miyazaki-man.
The hips that won't quit, that tight top, she's barely hanging on there. This is the old school 80s style of hair, right? Do you remember Shampoo from Ranma? This hair is kind of like cauliflower hair. Okay, I caught Lucy, thankfully. This is so light. This is... Hello YouTube, Miyazaki Man Sai here, and today it's Grail Day. I've got 5 Grails with me, including one holy of holiest Grails. I've had it for a long time, but finally it's time to unbox and unwind them. Right, here is the set. Now we'll be going through them one by one, so no need to rush. Grab a drink, take it easy, and it's time to unveil. So let's start with this one first and foremost. Chitoge Kirisaki from Nisekoi. Now, a slight admission, I haven't actually seen Nisekoi yet, but the character design of this particular freeing bunny caught my attention right away. I've seen various different displays of her, especially in Akihabara when she initially first came out, and I thought, the first freeing batch is not a traditional black suit. It is a beautiful red ensemble, very, very unique. Had to buy her. I think nowadays you can't get her for anything cheaper than 30,000 yen, but I found her, get this, 18,000 yen. Surugaya time sale, Chitoge Kirisaki, had to be done. I always shop Surugaya, I'm always looking for those time sales. And I'll just give you a preview right now. Can you see what I'm seeing? Now, if you can't see through there, this is a better view. Look at that, it's a super unique bunny, isn't it? With her flowing blonde hair in the red ensemble. Can't wait to open this up. You know me, I am a bunny man, bunny girl senpai. Because it's secondhand, it slots right out. I don't mind my secondhand figures. The reason is, Japan keeps them in good condition anyway. And after you own a figure anyway, it's gonna be secondhand, right? So unless the pre-order is gonna sell out, then secondhand in good condition, especially the front side, is all well and good by me, especially because you're not gonna spend all your time viewing your figures up close and personal. You're gonna be looking at them from a distance on your display piece, and as long as they look attractive and good at the viewing distance, it's a-okay. Speaking of which, look at this. The time I got reincarnated as a slime, Milim Nova Erimiru Senpai. This is an arcade prize, by the way. Won it in one of those gacha claw game toys. So just to make you aware while I open this up, I've got 2 1/4 scale figures freeing. I've got a 1/7 scale male, 1/7 scale RPG figure, and a 1/8 scale Mega House Rare Beauty as well. And the base has done a runner. But while I pick up the base, make sure to join the Discord for anime memes, chit chat, figures, pre-orders and previews all day long. I do like my resin figures as well. They're coming very, very soon. So check it out. Discord in the description below. So it's a plain black base as you'd expect from freeing. Not the biggest base in the world, but once again, a little bit hefty, so she will take up some room. Unwrap her, and there are 2 floor mounts here. So these will go on her feet. I'm going to slot them in right now before I forget. Now, one thing you're going to notice because of the age of this figure, and it's very, very prominent to me, but I'll wipe it away, is there is plasticizer leaking out of the back of her hair there. Because these figures are boxed, they don't get exposure to the air. Sometimes the plasticizer can leak and it gets a bit sticky. So I'm going to give it a gentle wipe and then we'll carry on with the show. Okay, now that's all gone, once again, I don't actually know the character so well. But isn't that a beautiful, beautiful suit for freeing bunny? Her face is extremely pretty. This ribbon is gorgeous as well. She kind of reminds me of the character Flon from Disgaea, Makai Sensei Disgaea, PlayStation Tactical RPG. I love the flowing hair aesthetic. Only the more expensive figures of the freeing range have this fine, defined hair flowing like these days. Not the big bulky ones like those Haruhi figures. But her mecha kirei blue eyes. She's a little bit like Lucy Heartfilia, right? She's a better version of Lucy Heartfilia in the freeing bunny mold. And I'll tell you why in a bit as well. Without going to spoilers. She's got hips that won't quit. My goodness, look at that back. Look at that back arch. Fantastic. She's not the most bootylicious. I am a man of the fine derriere, but she's long and leggy, Fine, divine, and all mine. Chitoge. Her name's Chitoge, right? Very cutesy. And she's squeezing her bust, trying to get every little ounce of eroechi out there. Looks a little bit like Power as well, right? From Chainsaw Man. Okay, let's mount her up. And the good thing about this Chitoge figure is on display, right? If I go back one, she looks very, very prominent and very, very alluring and beautiful. Kirei kirei, bijin desu ne. From afar, just like a freeing bunny is meant to do. Now, freeing sometimes are accused of not being the most detailed, but from a distance, 1/4 scale is the way to go, which is why a majority of my shelves are hoarded with 1/4 scale bunnies. I will actually do a video who has the biggest bunny collection in the world between myself and Digital Next. Well, 1 million sub channel, but he loves his bunny girls as well. Stay tuned for that one, coming soon. Actually recorded a long time ago, but I'll release it soon. Chitoge Kirisaki bunny, freeing 1/4 scale. Great value for money. She's a nice bunny, unique. In fact, just a quick thought, can she go well with that massive Kakigurui Masho Jabami Yumiko bunny because of the red ensemble? Will she blend in? The Mary Saotome bunny's coming out soon as well. Wait and see. But the problem is that Jabami Yumiko bunny's eating like a cheeseburger too much. She's rather big, let's say. Okay, so let's go into this one. Now this one has a load of sentimental value. When I started collecting anime figures, let's say a good 10, 12, 13 years ago, Dragon Ball, all the rage. Beautiful series, beautiful figure, mega house. Top of the line in terms of design and details. Now Ranchi, I don't actually remember too much of the series. All I know is I was infatuated with this color scheme here, right? This green ensemble, the hips that won't quit, booty shorts, tight tights, tight pants, tight tops, all that kind of stuff. But look at those hips that won't quit. I'm pretty sure this is 1/8 scale, right? Is it 1/8 scale? It looks quite small. But this was expensive at the time. Now this is how old I am. At the time, this was like 18,000 yen, and I thought takai, expensive, but 7,000, 8,000 yen is the magic point. B ranked launch figure. It'd be rude not to. I really wanted it, and now that I can afford the better things in life, i.e. more anime figures, I had to get her. In fact, I got her a few weeks ago, but finally I get to unveil her and see her in all her green, shiny, garish top glory. This is one for the sentimental value. Young Sai wanted this one. Slightly not so young Sai has got this one. Lunch, black hair version, a beauty. I know she has a yellow hair version as well, right? But that doesn't have the pretty face aesthetic of this particular one. And I do like this range as well. They're very definable by the Dragon Ball base. You can see as I open it up. Bear with me a second. The Chi-Chi, the Bulma all have the same base, the Android 18. So easily identifiable part of the Mega House series. I don't think this variant has the gun. I think the blonde launch has the gun with her, but it doesn't matter. She don't need no gun. She's precious. She's very precious. And I see she's slightly at an angle here, but she's nice and light. Can you see? I'll bring her up close and personal. Focus. Yay. Launch. Look at that. The wag of the little finger, the hand out wide, the pretty face. Once again, like Chitoge, red bow. Is this a red bow episode? Only 2 of these got red bow. And lovely green ankle socks, playful, delightful. The rump to the bump, derriere, delish. The hips that won't quit, that tight top. She's barely hanging on there. This is the old school 80s style of hair, right? Do you remember Shampoo from Ranma? This hair is kind of like cauliflower hair, but it's beautiful, curled, divine. She's barely being contained. I'm an arse man myself, so that for me hits all the right spots. She's very slim, very precious, very fine, but she's got calves. Baby, she's got calves. She don't miss leg day. Such a svelte figure, she definitely does not miss leg day. And how small are those booty shorts? This reminds me a little bit of that Ryuko Matui from Kill la Kill, that beach figure 1 where the pants are barely on. Launch, gotta love it. Little ahoge, little precious hair strands on the side of her face as well. Love the attention to detail. I wanted this for so long, had to get her. I'll prop on Chitoge for now. Yeah, save some space. Okay, let's go with the next jumbo one. Now, I saw this on the top shelf in a store in Akihabara, right? And I thought, suitcase, I'm sorry, big box coming in. Sometimes I open the boxes, cut out the blister, and just put the blister in the suitcase themselves because it saves some space. You can cram more in there. But luckily for that particular trip, I think this was the only 1/4 scale I got. And originally, I got the Lucy Heartfilia freeing bunny, the one leaning over in the red ensemble. But when I knew of the existence of this one, is it by X item or X plus? There we go, X plus. This is a million times better than that one. I sold that brand new one. Basically, I'm going to do a video on figures that I sold almost instantly when I got them. Not a feeling of regret, but a slight feeling of there's a better one. And this Lucy face, this Lucy bikini, this Lucy pose, especially the pose, because those leaning ones are a little bit awkward to display, right? You have to have them higher up to really see their potential. And I thought the proportions and the face, this is Lucy all over. I mean, agreed. Comment below. This is better than the freeing one, right? And at 21,500 yen, I think you're not going to find this cheaper nowadays for 26,000, 28,000 yen. If you can find it, get your hands on it because I'm going to show you. This is something you want. This is something you need for fairy tale fans. 1,000-Year War is coming out. Now, the disappointing thing about 1,000-Year War is Team Natsu, I believe, went on that adventure. And Juvia is not part of Team Natsu. And you know I love my blue-haired ladies. Juvia, oh, she was top 5. She might be even higher. How can she be higher? Doesn't make sense, but she's top 5. Okay, I caught Lucy, thankfully, but the base and the metal rod bailed on me. So this is a proper metal rod, and this base is heavy. Because she's hench, this was heavy. And she's got the kind of grappler thing to keep her propped on the base. So I'm going to assemble her on the table and hopefully not drop her again. Now, something I've noticed is super interesting around this is the type of plastic this is. This is so light. This is so light. There's no heft to this at all. She's like hollow. And she's so good looking. Why don't they make more figures like this? She's so... No, she's a big girl. She should be heavier than this. That defies the laws of physics. How can you have so much junk in the trunk and weigh like 100 grams? I don't know my grams very well, but I assume 100 grams. But doesn't this Lucy look a million times better than a freeing bunny Lucy? The bust, the proportion, the hips, the belly button sculpt, the musculature. The Persona 3 clock. It's 2 o'clock. I'll wait till the music dies out. No, screw it. Way of life, Persona 3, right? Let's talk about Lucy Heartfilia. Her love handles are spilling out of the pantsuit. I am a man of the people. I'm a man of the back attack. And that back attack is supreme, sugoi. There's no toenail paint here, but the feet sculpt is actually pretty good. But they really should have painted the toenails, to be honest. Even the heel and the ankle bone, really fine. Why don't more companies make them out of this material? I'm sure it's cheaper than the PVC and all that kind of thing. Her face. That is one of the best Lucy faces of any figure, and it's a 1/4 scale as well. How rare is that? You usually get your best sculpts, best designs on a 1/7 scale. The only thing I'm a little bit fearful of is this fairy tale pendant right here. This fairy tale pendant is made of gold. Now, old style gold paint leaks like a son of a... Because I had it on my Hoki Shinono. I might do a video on how to clean the Hoki Shinono bell gold leak thing, because I haven't actually tried it yet, but I'll give it a go. Peroxide or something like that, or cotton bud and water, I don't know. I'll give it a go. But yeah, this... Oh, my goodness. Best Lucy figure ever. So it's a 2-part rod. This goes in there. This goes in there. I'm assuming you grab her derriere or the hips. The hips don't want to quit. It must be the hips. So she probably does need to stand to be propped up. But it's a willing sacrifice because it sounds pretty nice as well. Look, it's got the fairy tale insignia on there as well. So a little bit of a shame that you have to see the grabber on her hips, but for this figure, it's worth it. I wonder if I should make a custom base to get rid of the grabber and keep her propped up. But for you guys, Lucy Heartfilia 1/4 scale by X+. Now for something ever so slightly different, we have a Mamoru Takamura from Hajime No Ippo, one of the best sports anime I've ever seen. If you want to learn about boxing, this is the series. New challenger Hajime No Ippo pulls on your heartstrings the philosophy of boxing. The underdog Makingsuccessinevitable Ippo, bullied at school, works his way up through the ranks, meets Mamoru Takamura, and becomes a true contender. Feel-good anime with some of the funniest characters, some of the best music, the most hype I've ever seen. One of my favorite animes. Hajime No Ippo right there, some of the beautiful characters. This will go in my gym. I'll show you my gym downstairs one day. Now, whilst I love all the ladies, this was another sentimental one right here, because this costs over 30,000 yen. All the other characters, Ippo, Miyata-kun, Data-Iji, everyone else, even Brian Hawk, you'll find for maybe 15,000, 20,000 if you're lucky, there or thereabouts. But Mamoru Takamura hardly ever goes under 30,000 yen, and there's a few variants, 3 variants, and this is one of the best ones because he's a beast. He's the most hilarious, he's the most skillful. Look at that pompadour hairstyle, classic man mode right there. He's like the Hulk Hogan of anime characters, the boxing characters. Pompadour, look at the long ear, the musculature. He is rock solid, a real man. There's no base to prop him up. However, the boots are done well, the leg muscles, the shorts, Takamura, the devil, skeleton, pompadour, angel of Japan, Mamoru, should have fought in heavyweight. The gym didn't have the money, Kamigawa gym, so he had to compete in the lighter classes. Blood, sweat and tears for real to get where he needed to get to, but this figure is iconic for any sports lovers. Hajime No Ippo, Makingsuccessinevitable, love the ladies, but he deserves to be in amongst the ladies, as do I. And now we get to the holy of holiest grails. Even if you wanted to splurge money, you probably can't buy this. Hard to find, incredibly hard to find. I think 45,000 yen is reasonable for this figure. I know my mate, the gaming shelf. I see you, Taylor. This is Rise Kujikawa from Persona 4 in her Arabian Night Dancing All Night box. This is in pristine condition, and I'm so glad to say I got this for around 24,000 yen. 24,000 yen a year, 2 years ago, but it's not until now when we finally moved and I have someone to display her. The Rise Kujikawa, probably one of the most beautiful figures of all time. Might go straight into my top 10, top 5, top 3 list of favorite figures. She's got that cutesy pose. I'm going to open her up delicately and gently like the Arabian princess that she is. Arabian armor. Arabian armor. Is that DLC? I don't know. You tell me, Taylor. Persona 4 Dancing All Night. I'm going to be super delicate with this one. Luckily for me, it's not too difficult because she comes in one piece with a beautiful Dancing All Night base, Persona 4 Dancing All Night, Rise Kujikawa Arabian armor. If you were to ask me my top 10 wanted figures of all time, this would be way up there. And when I got her, I was absolutely delighted. The joys of collecting anime figures when there's a rare goodie that's not re-released, old school for an old game, and you find the opportunity to pounce and poach at a reasonable price, more than a reasonable price, and you do it with the 1% chance that it might not turn up or might turn out defective, whatever, but when it arrives and it's in pristine condition, I'm happy. Boys and girls, your boy, the Miyazaki man, is happy. Smash a like on this video. Help the channel grow and get seen. Help Risa get seen. Arabian armor, all right. Wow, she is absolutely stunning. This will go on my RPG shelf, probably in the display cabinet where she belongs, because she is the Arabian princess of your dreams. Got a super pretty face. I think she's the idol. She's the idol of Persona 4, right? I know there's 2 other girls as well, but she's the prettiest one to me. And this purple absolutely rocks. Look at the stars on her Arabian outfit as well. This is what Princess Jasmine from Aladdin aspires to be. Risa Kujikawa with the gold ensemble. Beautiful, beautiful tights. I'm sure these pieces don't come off. This is just part of the outfit. The hair is done nice as well. I don't think there's a single flaw with this figure. It might be 1/8 scale, but I don't care. I don't even know if it is 1/8 scale, I'm assuming. That is pristine Holy Grail right there. Now there are a few other figures, especially beach variants, that does this kind of flails, but I don't know any Arabian themed figure, especially an RPG figure, not an anime figure. It is actually a Persona 4 anime. That's how I got into Persona 4. I watched the anime, by the way. Haven't played the game. I will play it one day. Risa Kujikawa. So, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let's give them a little showcasing what they deserve. A bit of lovey-dovey.